It's the season of gifting, and Samsung is making you the offer of the season. Look cool and feel good when you step out this Christmas. Get your crystal clear sound from your favorite artist, and HD quality screen pictures and movies. Yes, you can have it all.
Well, I have my news up here at Adesawe in Kanda. This is News 360. I am Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Coming up, the headlines.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apa Foods.
My Life Insurance.
Tonight, Ghana Health Service defends no vaccination, no entry policy at Kotoka International Airport as directive takes effect.
Also tonight, Finance Minister to lay E-LEVY bill in Parliament before the House rises for the Christmas break.
And fear and anxiety grips residents of Pakoso in the Asokore Mampong municipality of the Ashanti region after a 20-year-old woman was allegedly killed by her boyfriend.
Coming up in business news, hotel and event bookings being cancelled following mandatory vaccination directive. We will tell you more.
And on the international front, the UK government to remove all 11 African countries from its travel red list. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279 all across the world on 3news.com.
We first begin with COVID-19, and psychologists, national and airport security are assisting in rolling out the no vaccination, no entry directive at the Kotoka International Airport. Director of Public Health at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Franklin Isiedu-Bekwin, tells TV3 the service looks forward to a smooth implementation of the guidelines.
The enhanced safety protocols aimed at preventing further importation of the COVID-19 virus through the airports came into effect Tuesday, December 14. Airlines risk being fined $3,500 for each unvaccinated passenger they fly in. They could also be sanctioned if passengers fail to fill out health declaration forms before boarding. Health authorities have also scaled up vaccination and surveillance measures following the increase in cases of the new Omicron variant among international arrivals.
We don't expect somebody who is 18 and above to come to the country if you are not fully vaccinated. And then if you look at the airline directive, so you can be surcharged if you bring in somebody who is not vaccinated into the country. So it's clear on that. So the idea is the airlines will need to look out for the vaccine status of passengers before they come in. The airport security will be there to support us. And then we have psychologists amongst our team who engage and counsel passengers if there are any challenges. So we hope that exercise will not be very stressful.
He further clarified who needs to be vaccinated at the airport on arrival and the relevance of the mandatory vaccination.
There are Ghanaians or people resident in Ghana who have gone out and are coming back. So it's not Ghanaians who are living abroad who are coming. And I think that we want to make that clarity. So if you are living there, you are not part of the two. You belong to one. You are supposed to come in for full vaccination status. That the vaccine actually minimizes the risk of infection. So if you look at the data that we have at the airport, about 75% of the people who are positive are all vaccinated. Do you understand? So it means that if, let's say, every person coming in was vaccinated, the number of positives will be very minimal. And that's what we are trying to do.
The service is hopeful with the new guidelines, Ghanaians will be safer during this festive season.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Health Service says it will review gaps in the protocol on mandatory quarantine for travelers who are arriving into the country. Foreigners will be required to make deposits for hotel accommodation for quarantine purposes in cases of whether they test positive to COVID-19 on arrival in this country. Here's a report by Sarah Apenkrapaku.
In the initial stage of the pandemic, when the hotel industry was very down, we had almost every big hotel or every hotel in Accra as part of the response. Now, as we started getting back to normal, they are back to their own business. So now it's difficult to get a hotel to say that I'll do isolation for COVID cases. Now that we are getting more cases, we are struggling to even get the place for isolation. So if you are positive, there are a few questions that are asked: are you a Ghanaian or not? If you're a Ghanaian, it's borne by the government. If you're a foreigner, it's borne by yourself. Other countries, what they do is that they pay before they enter. And I think that's what we need to be asking or be doing. At times, few people take that gap in our protocol, and then when they come to the country, they try to do all sorts of things. You know, initially, we also had that challenge about the testing at the airport. It was your option about you paying online or option about paying at the airport. And people get to Ghana and say they don't have money. And they were struggling with the security. So now it's compulsory online. Before you board the plane, you do the inspection. And I think that's what going forward we need to be doing, so that we avoid all this back and forth.
Well, let's hear from those who will be affected by this directive. And hotel operators, tourism site operators and some event organizers say a number of bookings for the Christmas festivities have been cancelled following the announcement of the mandatory vaccination directive. The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Agyeman, says despite the impact on business activities, the mandatory vaccination remains the only option to ensure individual safety and also to sustain the industry.
Businesses and event organizers may not meet their expectations and targets financially following the mandatory vaccination directive given by the government.
So for those who are going to lose some revenue out of this, because hotels have told us that since the 12th, they've seen some cancellations. So if you were expecting 5,000 people at your event and now you're going to get 2,000, let's take the 2,000 like that, because we risk not getting anything at all if the restrictions come into force once again. Our target was to get 600,000 by close of year, and it was also premised on the strong last few weeks of the month of December. But if it doesn't happen and we get 580, we get 590, God's been good to us.
For the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Agyeman, things need to be in order. As such, plans are far advanced to ensure that organizers do not flout the rules and the directive given by the government.
So the surveillance, we are working with the Ghana Health Service, the Ghana Police, immigration, national security, everybody is involved. Some few people will get away with it, but at the end of the day, the law may catch up with you if you're an event organizer and you admit people into your event without the necessary protocols.
Well, for some event organizers, although this directive comes in a good cause for everyone, it's beginning to have an impact on the activities, as some have already started recording a drop in numbers, especially patrons in the diaspora.
A number of the ticket sites, for a number of us that are working or producing events for this December, we're getting a lot of hits from, say, the US or the UK or even Nigeria. But understandably, after the directive, we began to notice that the hits were going down, which could also mean that a lot of the people that ordinarily were looking to come into Ghana and were going there to assess the tickets or look at which package they wanted to assess or anything like that, have probably begun to have a rethink.
Others are also suggesting government takes advantage of the directive and be more innovative whilst ensuring that every individual gets vaccinated at the various events.
The government really wants to be very, very serious about this. They need to send representatives to the event grounds. Some have even suggested that they set up vaccination camps at the events so that when you get there, you haven't been vaccinated yet. After all, it's free. You go there, you get vaccinated. It would be a brilliant way to get a lot more people vaccinated. You want to enter this event, get vaccinated right now, right here, and you can go in. I think it's doable.
With the mandatory vaccination directive now in place, we wait to see how events slated for this festive season turn out. Nana Ekia Menta Brampa, TV3.
Well, I'll tell you what, there are those who are for this directive, others against it, but the fundamental issue is that the Ghana Health Service is going ahead with the implementation, and we have eyes on this. Stay with us in our subsequent bulletins. We'll keep updating you and getting some more reactions as well. But the Deputy Minister for Finance, Abena Osei Asare, is saying there's a broader consultation ongoing on the implementation of the E-LEVY. Interacting with the media after appearing before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, she noted that the Finance Minister intends to lay the E-LEVY bill in Parliament before the House rises for the Christmas break.
Let's wait for the bill. I believe that we will bring the bill in, and hopefully, all things being equal, it will be laid in Parliament, and then all of us will see the terms, everything stated clearly in the electronic transaction levy. You can never finish consultations. So I cannot stand here and say that consultations are done. We have made very good progress in the consultation process, and I believe that that will reflect in the bill that we present to the House. In the business statement, it was quoted that Parliament will rise on Friday. So whatever it takes for us to bring the bill to Parliament before Parliament rises, for it to be brought to Parliament, the Finance Committee looks at it, and for it to come back to the floor of Parliament, we will have to do it latest by Friday. We will continue to build that consensus that we are all looking for, because at the end of the day, we have no other country than Ghana, whether minority or majority. It is this country that we live in. It is this country that we have to work together to develop and make it work.
Meanwhile, the minority in Parliament says it has suspended hearing on the budget estimates for the Communications Ministry until the Sector Minister, Eslo Soekofo, submits 6 outstanding annual reports from 2015 to 2020. Deputy Minority Chief Whip Ahmed Ibrahim made this known at a media briefing in Parliament.
You may recall that the National Communication Authority in 2017-2018 came very hard on some media houses with the view that they were not law compliant. So it is surprise to this committee that the NCE and the Minister for Communication, who closed down a number of radio stations, has failed to comply with their own law of accountability. It's on that note that we send this strong signal from the Committee on Communication today. You came, this minister came, you closed down a number of radio stations, the committee must know. And we can know only when we receive the annual report and the audited account of the NCA. You came, you said you have renewed about C54 and 50 or so in the 2021 budget, 2022 budget. How do we know if you don't submit to us your annual report of the activities that you've undertaken for this number of years and the measures that you have taken? This is why the ranking member and the deputy ranking member said no. It's an affront to good practice. And the law itself, the NCA law itself, has been breached. So until the minister submit to us at least 3 of the 6 annual reports before we can consider her. And don't forget, the former NCA boss is in prison now. Some of the board chairmen are in prison now. Why they are in prison, we have no idea.
So the Communications Minister, Esla Osuekofo, has also been reacting to what you just heard from the minority and their stance, in fact, saying that the suspension of that budgetary allocation and the annual report for that period is going to cause the ministry. She's been talking.
Really surprised that during the course of the consideration of our estimates for the ministry and its agencies, a press conference has actually been held. One of the members did raise an issue that the annual reports of the NCA had not been suspended. So in his view, all the estimates of the ministry and his agencies should not be considered until the annual reports were submitted to Parliament. And so that matter was debated at length. And I indicated to them that I actually had copies of the 2015 and 2016 reports with me in the committee sitting room at the time, and I showed it to the members, and that the 2017 report was in my office. And so sitting was adjourned for 30 minutes to enable us produce the 2017 reports. And I sat there and waited until I received the copy of the 2017 report. The members came back and we showed them the report of 2018 as well, which was at the printer. So we showed them the bound copy of it and that it is being printed as we speak. So I'm surprised to hear that sitting was suspended for the day. We were sacked and told to go away until we presented all the reports.
So it's clear, despite the rejection of the 2022 budget, Parliament has been very busy at the committee level, ensuring that these questions are answered.
Yeah. Away from Parliament, let's go to the Ashanti region, and fear and anxiety has gripped residents of Pakoso in the Asokore municipality of the region after a 20-year-old woman was allegedly killed by her boyfriend on Monday. The suspect, Kwesi Bonso, is currently in police custody assisting in investigations. William Evansinkum has more.
This is the second murder in 4 days. The first one was a man believed to be in his 30s whose mutilated body was found in this forest. According to residents, 2 months ago, bodies of 2 women were found in this particular forest. The forest, according to a resident, has become a dumping place for dead bodies, and residents say it haunts them. About 100 meters away from the forest, another heinous crime is committed. This time, a 20-year-old lady named Samira, who is stabbed and clapped multiple times. The suspect accused the victim of being unfaithful, according to a police report. So we are told that this is where the victim and the suspect struggled, and we could even see blood stains in here. Residents say they want security improved, especially around this forest zone.
Well, Evan Sinkum will bring us some updates on this rather unfortunate incident. But government is to set up technology institutions to be included for selection by junior high candidates under the Computer Placement School Selection Program next academic year. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, made this known at the launch of the Ghana Technical and Vocational Education Training, that's TVET service in Accra.
Government in 2017 decided to align all technical and vocational training institutions which hitherto operated under various ministries and departments and placed them under the Education Ministry. In 2019, the committee concluded its work and submitted to Cabinet, which was tabled before Parliament. In 2020, Parliament concluded its work, which the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo signed into law, the Act 1049, setting up the Ghana TVET services. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, announced the setting up of the maiden second cycle Applied Technology Institution.
The programs to be offered at the Applied Technology High Schools would be designed as career-based technical education, which integrates career and technical education with a rigorous academic core and industry participation. All TVET institutions, which are now captured under the Ghana TVET service, are included in the next academic year's computerized school selection and placement system for selection by junior high school graduates.
Senior Presidential Advisor Nana Yawasafo Mafo charged management to the Ghana TV service to include entrepreneurship in its programs, adding that the 2020 budget has earmarked funds to support its work.
People cannot use access to funds as a handicap, so that people can develop skills and become entrepreneurs. The introduction of the E-LEVY is extremely critical. These two things in this budget, people must hail it.
The German ambassador to Ghana, Daniel Crow, noted that the German government had so far spent 50 million euros to support TVET education in Ghana.
Still on education, the sector minister Yao Osei-Duchun says the number of high schools will be reduced from 13,000 to 2,500 after the country's educational system re-engineers to promote science, technology, engineering and maths education, that's STEM, and the STEM concept, which is an integral part of the revised school curriculum, emphasizes what learners can do and not content repetition.
We've awarded contracts for about 15 schools that are going to be what we call lower secondary. The facilities we are providing is just like any high school facility. And every one of those schools has a library, biology, chemistry, and physics labs. Beautiful school buildings, and they are coming to a community near you very soon. And in 2023, when we open those schools, you're going to see how we are going to provide 6 years quality secondary education and not 3 years plus some 3 years old middle school led educations that we call high school. If you go to Abnase and Onye, they have about 12 junior high schools. Within the next week or so, God willing, we'll cut a sod for the construction of a new lower secondary school there. Now, all those 12 schools will be out of commission a year from now. They will no longer exist as junior high school. We'll move all the students into this new building that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab and libraries and everything. Therefore, these students who are now going to grow up in Ojino Obinase are going to get the highest level of science education. Robotics is going to be taught there. The space is provided for that. And their level of proficiency by the time they get to junior high 3 will be very different. But the good news about that is that instead of 12 headmasters, we're going to have 1. So we have 13,000 junior high schools. If this reforms goes on as planned, we're going to reduce that to about 2,500.
Oh. The Food and Drugs Authority has cautioned consumers not to fall for enticing food promotions before, during, and after the Christmas festivities and the New Year as well. The Acting Director of Inspection, Maria Lovelace Johnson, noted that most food products offered on the promotion during such occasions are very close to their expiry date.
As the Christmas festivity draws near, consumers have begun to shop for items for the season. But the Food and Drugs Authority, the FDA, has urged patrons to be vigilant when shopping for food products meant for the Christmas celebration. Acting Director of the Inspectorate Division of the Food and Drugs Authority, Maria Lovelace Johnson, was emphatic most food products offered as part of promotions during the Yuletide could be near expiration.
We are doing the major operation. We are all out there just looking at all of these things, because some unscrupulous people just wait till then they just do the buy one get 3 free and all of that. So we do not want people, and then even those who do the defacing of the best before dates and give new dates, we are out there. The fact that you have seen something and they say buy one take one free, does not mean that if you have a family of, let's say, 4 and the thing has 2 days to expire, how can you buy a carton of milk, maybe 96 cents, and say that it's buy one get one free. So I'm buying one and I get 2 cartons. How are you going to consume them before the best before date?
The FDA has instituted some interventions at the ports and land borders to guard against the importation of unwholesome food products. The acting director of the Inspectorate Division of the FDA said major operations are also being carried out on daily basis to rid market shelves of substandard food consumables.
Asking about manning such unapproved routes, some of them are not even places that you can think of even manning. It's like we have this joke that somebody may have may brush his or her teeth in Togo and then come to Aflawo and bath. So it's just really not even any border per se. Certain parts are like that. And so when that person is bringing 5 cartons of biscuits, 10 cartons of drink and all of that, we have those issues. But all the approved ones, we are there. And some of these ones too, we have intel. We have whistleblowers who tell us certain things. But then when they get here, we have the market surveillance departments or the enforcement directorate to ensure that all these things are off the market.
For the FDA, what people will eat or drink during the Yuletide should be a concern for all.
It's a shared responsibility indeed. Let's be on the lookout, but you're still live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Stay with us.
We have business news coming up shortly with Della Michelle.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat2, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any painting be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Mommy.
Mama Josie.
Ah, fair.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CBG Mobile, USSD, Young Co. Star 924 hash. Banco the go. Smartphone no, young phone no. Ever fire money transfer. For 3 hour water bill, for 3 hour light bill. Fato credit. Star 924 hash. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it.
Star 924 hash.
Get digi with it.
Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile. Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
We were totally crushed when our child was diagnosed with cancer.
We knew we just couldn't afford the treatment. And then you came to our rescue through the COMM antiseptic liquid because we care initiative.
Join us again to fight childhood cancer. All you have to do is to buy COMM antiseptic liquid, and we will use 10 pesos to support the Because We Care initiative to help a child with cancer. Give 10 pesos, give hope. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the season of gifting, and Samsung is making you the offer of the season. Look cool and feel good when you step out this Christmas. Get your crystal clear sound from your favorite artist. and HD quality screen pictures and movies. Yes, you can have it all.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleansoft, my favorite.
Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
Top of your game with Visa. Pay with Visa and win a 2-night staycation for 2 at a luxury hotel. AFCON is proudly brought to you by Visa.
We ask Orca customers, why do you shop at Orca?
Okay, so for me, it's a no-brainer because I can easily find everything that I need right here in Orca. I mean, look at this, feels luxurious but yet affordable. So that's my reason.
There are thousands of reasons to shop at Orca.
And for me, this is why I shop with Orca.
Visit our new store and find yours.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN,
Piccadilly Biscuits,
Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights,
Camel Buy and Fly.
Hello, good evening. It's now time to bring you the latest in the world of business. My name is Della Michelle. The Petroleum Commission will, from January next year, establish a technological transfer unit to monitor the progress of local content participation in the upstream sector. This follows the deadline and, of course, a decline in technological transfer agreements between locals and international oil companies in the country.
The objective behind Ghana's local content requirement is to ensure the involvement of Ghana's industry, including its national oil company, expertise and people in the development of the exploration, production and decommissioning value and supply chain. But the Petroleum Commission says this has waned.
What the Commission is trying to do is to avert a situation where in 10-20 years' time, the story will still be that it's only foreign entities that can do the high-end technological jobs. So we are deciding to police and work with them so that maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time, the indigenous Ghanaian companies in the JVs will own their own engineering yards and invest a lot more of their earnings in technologies and procure these technologies to be able to get some of these big-time contracts upstream.
At the 7th Annual Petroleum Commission Local Content Conference and Exhibition, Deputy Energy Minister Andrew Ejapamese indicated government's resolve to deepen local involvement in the upstream petroleum sector.
Ghana remains committed to fully exploiting its petroleum resources in an environmentally responsible manner to enable her fund her development. Consequently, Ghana, through the GNPC, will expedite the process of attaining the status of full technical sufficiency for exploration and production activities, bearing in mind the 2050 deadline set globally for us to move away from dependence on fossil fuels.
The theme for the 2-day hybrid conference is optimizing technology transfer in Ghana's upstream petroleum industry.
And we know that this is a development that we'll be keen on here. Well, on TV3 Business, so you need to stay with us on all our platforms for more update on this particular development. But let's do more stories, as ABSA Ghana has cut sort for the commencement of a new head office building in Accra. The project is expected to be completed in 18 months.
The building, designed to meet modern architectural requirements, comes with environmental friendly facilities.
This is not a typical head office building that is almost like just having workstations. We are creating a head office environment that when colleagues come in, it's a serene environment that will promote innovation and collaboration to design products and services that would for our customers.
Managing Director of ABSA Bank, Abnor Seipoku, noted the move has become necessary in order to better serve its clientele.
Of course, it's taken into account our hybrid working model, our digital innovation, and all the ESG principles. As an example, energy conservation, reduction of carbon emissions, and the security of the environment have all been taken into consideration in the engineering of this building.
Second Deputy Governor of Bank of Ghana, LC Ado Awaji, commended the bank for its role in promoting the sector.
We at the Bank of Ghana believe that this new head office building is rather timely. Indeed, it is our desire that the entire banking system continues to grow, continues to leverage all the opportunities available in today's business world, and continues to make groundbreaking impact for our nation.
ABSA Bank Ghana, with more than 50 branches across the country.
Away from ABSA, Société Générale Ghana has outdoored its innovation hub to support its digital transformation. It is a platform to build partnership with stakeholders in the entrepreneurial ecosystem through the provision of technological space for entrepreneurs and businesses.
The Innovation Hub seeks to integrate an environment and platform to nurture entrepreneurship skills development, training and tech businesses opportunities. It is intended to contribute to the innovation and digitization agenda of Ghana's economy through varied services.
We are looking at how we can use digital to transform the daily lives of everyone, especially financial. We are targeting anyone who has a tech business, because what we are saying is, as a bank, we will be doing things in a traditional way. We want to move from here, and hence those that are found in the fintech area, the regtech, the agritech, how can we empower these people, okay, to do more?
The Chief Executive Officer, Societe General Ghana, Hakim Uzani, said the initiative is to contribute to the technology ecosystem.
We have developed this area with all the necessary requirements in terms of technology, in terms of connectivity, in terms of security and cybersecurity requests. And this area now is able to welcome and to host startups. And with the partnerships we are developing with other accelerators and incubators and global ecosystem, universities, etc., what we aim is really to interconnect and to interact with this ecosystem.
Head of FinTech and Innovation at the Bank of Ghana, Kwame Opong, lauded the project, noting that it will create opportunities for digital development.
And that's all the business news we have for you this evening. There's more business news available on 3news.com. My name is Della Michelle. There's more news after this break, including sports, international, and entertainment. Stay with us.
There are many ways to get around, but there's only one way to pay.
Momo?
Sure. So many styles to choose, but there's only one sure way to pay.
Momo? Yes.
There's so many you can buy, but there's only one sure way to pay.
Momo? Yes. That to share my enemy. That was slave.
There's so much variety, but there's only one sure way to pay.
Momo, come on, Yamu.
There's so many ways to get together, but there's only one sure way to pay. Got a payment to make? Use MTN Momo and enjoy real convenience in all your financial transactions. Live life the brighter way with MTN Momo. Just Momo it. We day for you, everywhere you go.
UMB was established in 1972 as the premier bank for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation over the past 45 years. We've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
The show was a jar of bar and a dim. The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
In Jija, woman malaria and kawan to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a coupe.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sententem. FDA,
Electromart sells brand new and authentic brands only, like LG, Sony, Broom, Samsung, Panasonic, Philips, Midea, TCL, Orient, Tamashi, Solatech, Kaiser, and a lot more. Now, this is what customers say about Electromart.
I shop at Electromart because they offer guarantee and warranties on any product you buy from here.
Electromart sells quality product and they offer excellent after-sales service support.
Electromart, your world of electronics.
Day by Day exists in lotion, cream, soap, and more. Day by Day has 4 fragrance range.
Freedom. It means different things to different people. To some, it was that speech back in '57. To others, it's the sounds and vibes of the land. Or simply sharing in sweet and memorable moments. To us, freedom means doing it our way. Introducing our limited edition Freedom Tabs. Grab yours and enjoy the taste of freedom. Fun ice, still so nice. This advert is FDA approved.
Should you rumor to me?
Tonton master, Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a cheha. No way. Kemikunu, and Tonton Bako crown fanimo. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And out there we a show. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Cal Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Time for the sports here on News 360 with me, Theo Nyan, and over 700 young aspiring footballers have received hope of progressing in the career path they have chosen. Selected to be trained by the Ghana Football Association, these youngsters were given a chance to impress the just-ended juvenile league across the country. Here is a News Desk report on the Catch Them Young project, which is designed to identify, educate and train young talents.
The Catch Them Young policy, which was launched in February this year, is designed to identify, educate and train young talents between the ages of 13 and 16 to officiate juvenile matches within their regions. These referees, trained by the Ghana Football Association, are currently officiating the National KGL Under-17 Champions League in Accra. Centre referee Joseph Tay and assistant referee Annabelle Abredu share the experiences so far.
We've learned about the gate concept, how to control play, how to control the players and then the officials on the pitch. So that's what we've learned so far.
You know what? Every player or every team that loses, the blame will be on the referees. So that has become part of our hobby. Any player who loses is the referee's fault. But if that team wins, thank you referee, you are doing great.
Before the start of every game, these kids go through numerous warm-up sessions.
To prepare all the muscles of the body, the mind, so that the referee can take good decisions, can run without injuries. You understand? Every referee, you must do warm-up. Players do their warm-up. So referees, you do your warm-ups, take your stretchings, do it effectively, and then you prepare your mind for them.
The policy is in two folds: Catch Them Young and the Promising Referees. Catch Them Young accommodates referees below 18 years, and the Promising looks forward to welcoming referees from 18 through to 23 years who can officiate in the Division 1 league games in the coming years. Referees manager Alex Corte explains how difficult it was breaking the jinx to set this policy rolling.
From the beginning, it wasn't easy. I mean, it was quite hectic because parents would not let their wards go into refereeing. That was a big challenge, you know. So I said, look, you don't worry. I mean, if we get 2, 3, 4, 5, start with them. As they come and they are seeing, they are enjoying it, they themselves will go and talk to their friends, and their friends would, you know, automatically come.
The of refereeing in Ghana looks bright, as the Ghana Football Association is hoping to get more referees to be recognized by World Football's governing body, FIFA.
The process is that we want to make sure that by the time they are getting to 23, if you're an assistant referee, by the time you are getting to 25, center referee, you should be very close to officiating in the Premier. Then, gradually, by 26, 27, you go into the FIFA list.
The policy provides an environment for kids to develop their passion to be referees, which is very critical to our future.
Very young referees, very young footballers, very young match officials. Hopefully we are going to be getting the golden generation emerging from there. That story by Daniel Yeboah. But away from there, we are going to be looking at a few others, including Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who has now, been stripped of his captaincy by Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. But before we do that particular one, we can just go straight to the Ghana Premier League and look at the fixtures in there. And these are the games to expect this midweek. On Wednesday, that's tomorrow, Dreams FC will be at home to Kerala United. There's Bichim United playing against 11 Wonders. Brecum Chelsea will be at the Golden City Park against Wafa. Great Olympics will be playing at home against Bibiani Gold Stars. Legon Cities will be travelling to the TNA Park to face Mediema Sporting Club. Ashanti Gold will be in Obuasi against the Diana Stars. Accra Lions will be playing against King Faisal. And then Real Tamale United, who have been really decent so far, playing against, Asante Kotoko, who are tied at the top. Now, Elmina Sharks will also be playing on Thursday against Hearts of Oak. Now, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been stripped of the Arsenal captaincy earlier today for disciplinary issues by manager Mikel Arteta. We spoke to a journalist close to Arsenal Football Club, James Benge, and he touches on some specifics, including reasons for the stripping, who could replace him as captain, and the way forward for the Gunners.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with his future. And 2 or 3 years ago, whether that they might be more willing to make these accommodations, you know, as teams always do for players that score 30 goals a season, is, you know, things like punctuality, being available, not missing, you know, key events. And as captain, you're held to an even higher standard. And Alex Lacazette is the official vice captain, and he wore the armband against Southampton on Saturday. It's worth noting, of course, that he's not a guaranteed starter either.
Playing tonight against Leeds United, Aston Villa travelling to Norwich City. Tomorrow, there's West Ham against Arsenal, Crystal Palace against Southampton, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton, and then Burnley against Watford. On Thursday, you can expect game at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City against Tottenham Hotspur in there as well. And that'll be all for the sport here on News 360 with me, Thierry, and thanks for staying with me. News 360 continues. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing new Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives you burst, after burst, after burst of long-lasting freshness. New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
Smiles are one of our most precious gifts. The problem is 1 in 2 people suffer from cavities. That's why hundreds of dentists like myself work together with Pepsodent to teach families in Ghana to brush day and night. Remember, your smile is the most important reason to brush day and night. Pepsodent, because every smile matters.
I wish I could have soft and glowing skin.
New Geisha Black Soap with activated charcoal to give you soft and glowing skin. New Geisha Black Soap and New Geisha Moringa.
When you wake up in the morning before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
We always start our day with a nourishing Kellogg's breakfast, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. So in our family, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Bronya is coming. Who is your Santa? Bronya is coming. Where is your Santa? Your friends are getting money. You are so broke. Ekoso, Vodafone. Ekoso, Vodafone. Vodafone. Your friends are getting data. Don't you wait.
This festive season with the Vodafone Kosu promo. Claim your share of 2 million Ghana cedis worth of prizes in cash, airtime, and data whenever you recharge. Earn red coins after every top up and dial *533# or go to my Vodafone app to redeem your reward. No draws, no sign up. Oh, be a winner. Terms and conditions apply. Vodafone Smart Santa Edge Joe Kosu.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Vodafone, Awake Purified Drinking Water. Let's do some entertainment news now. I'm Anita Ekufu. Now, English songwriter and singer Edward Christopher Sheeran, well known as Ed Sheeran, has alluded to a possible collaboration with Nigerian Afrobeat singer Fireboy DML. Speaking in an interview with the singer, Ed Sheeran revealed that Fireboy's management has already reached out to him, saying the singer would love to have Ed Sheeran on the remix version.
You won't capture my soul.
Around me, basically. You've chosen a song by Fireboy DML. What's this song about?
You know, so I got sent this a week ago. A friend of mine, Jamal, who runs SBTV, sent it to me. He said, Fireboy DML would love you on the remix of this song. It's a song that's blowing up in Nigeria and Ghana at the moment, and their club scene runs over Christmas. Okay. So you basically put a song to the club in the middle of December, which would seem a weird thing to do in England, but yeah, so I've done the remix for this song, but this is the original, and it's an earworm, and it's addictive, and I'm obsessed with it. I mean, Cherry will tell you I've had this song on repeat constantly in the house for the last week.
Now, away from that, talented Guinean singer-songwriter Jackie made the exciting lineup at the 2021 BET Africa Soul Cypher, a ceremony that celebrates everything soul music. Now, the Cypher explored 4 different thematics in soul music, namely Black Love, Black Power, Black Joy, and Black Pride, with some of the biggest names in Black culture and entertainment who have embodied the genre with great vocal embellishments and intense feelings.
You know the vibes, na it's your songbird. Chuck it on the tune, right here, giving you the mood. All round, reaching till I pass out. Downtown music, reminiscing with your sinners. Can you come again? Throw that stone if you acting like the creator. Watch me sing, sweet sound for the people and for the culture. I believe in life. I believe the life can never be precise. Enjoy the little happy moments while you can. Cause a brother lost his life. Few moments of tachydrogy. Compensate, gravitate,
Congratulations going out to Jackie. My name is Anita Ekufu. International news is up next.
The UK government has said that all 11 African countries will be removed from its travel red list from 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Angola, Botswana, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia and Zimbabwe are on the list. The red list was reintroduced in late November as a precaution after the emergence of the Omicron variant. But Health Secretary Sajid Javid said it had spread so widely, the rules no longer had much purpose. Currently, all UK arrivals from red list countries must pay for and self-isolate in a pre-booked government-approved hotel for 10 days. A high court in Kenya has suspended a government directive seeking to bar unvaccinated people from accessing in-person services in state offices. The petition filed by businessman Enoch Aura said the directive, which was to be implemented next week, was unconstitutional and discriminatory. High Court Judge Anthony Mirima said his ruling would remain in force until the case was heard on 4th January 2022 and until a decision made. In November, Health Minister Mutahi Kagwe said that the directive was aimed at getting more Kenyans to get the jab. The suspension of the directive also comes days after a number of hotels and malls announced that they would not allow unvaccinated Kenyans into the premises.
There's more news on 3news.com. Make some time and visit 3news.com. Also, join me and the rest of the team tomorrow morning on 3FM 92.7 from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. I am Alfred Okanse.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.
Se wo pese wo ku malaria yade a malaria parasite mo awa no